All right, so I want to say about hold on. Yeah, so I want to talk about these absolute price increases in like fast food restaurants. Any one of these, any one of these places you go to buy food, clothes, shoes, whatever, housing, whatever. All right, so here what's up. People complain about the price of everything, right? And how this don't affect millionaires and billionaires or rich people or whatever the fuck y'all want to call it, whatever nonsense y'all want to come up with. Let me make this very clear. It affects them. I want to say more, but I don't have any proof to back that one up. So I'm going to stick with it affects them the same way it affects you. I don't care what part of the scale you're on, it affects them the same way it affects you. But my opinion, in my personal opinion, I have a feeling, you know what, not a feeling. I have seen where it affects them more than it affects you, the poor people, a poor person. And I don't have any proof on it. And I'd love to do, I'd love to have the ability to prove that, but my world is four walls. So here what I'm going to tell you. I'm gonna bring up a thing and hope you understand what I'm trying to say. The reason why it affects them, in my opinion, affects them more than it affects you is because of simple luxury. The luxury. When you start buying into luxury items, the price of stuff shoots to the roof, right? And if if the stuff at the bottom shelf prices go up, what do you think happened to the luxury stuff at the top? Yeah, it shoots to the fucking roof, even more so than the stuff sitting on the bottom shelf. Y'all need to think about this. It affects them more than it affects you. All right. So if your shoes cost more, your fast food costs more. If fast food prices are going up, what do you think is happening to those luxury restaurant prices? Yeah, they're shooting up too. If food in your local grocery store, the project grocery store is going up, what do you think happened to the price of food in the high-end markets? Yeah, they're going up too. If cheap brand knockoff clothing is going up, what do you think happened to the big brands? Yeah, they're also going up. And most importantly, look at cars, planes, boats, buses. So some of the things they actually use: cars, planes, and boats, and travel in the whole travel section. All right. All those prices are going through the fucking roof. And you think that don't affect them? That affects them more than it affects a person who's living in the projects. Transportation costs. And they pay that shit all the time. Remember, they don't buy Hondas until a very small handful of rich people buy cheap cars. Very small handful. Right? And they do that stuff on purpose, which then helps them. But the other side of that, they still have yachts, planes, and travel because they have to do that for business, right? Those costs are still going up. When they buy these things, these boats, these cars, these buses, whatever, even if you buy insurance, y'all really need to think about this. Even the insurance for these things are going through the fucking roof. That's money they have to shell out every month, every week, every whatever. The stuff breaks, they gotta fix it. To fix a luxury car? Come on, y'all should know this stuff by now. They collect cars. To fix an antique car? I don't want to talk about the price. To fix a yacht or a boat? To fix a plane or a jet? Come on, people, man. Y'all should realize that these prices are affecting them more than it affects you. That's why your prices, the cheap prices, the prices that stuff I leave on the bottom shelf, that's why they're going up, because they have to keep paying for the luxury shit. That's the entire reason why the prices are going up in the first place. Think about it. Your prices start going up because their prices start to go up. Not because they need a new boat or a new yacht. It's because the motherfuckers are losing. They're paying too much for shit they don't need. But they're so stupid and scared. Let me say this again. They're so stupid and scared. They're too stupid to think any other way, that there's some other way that they can survive and do these things cheaper. And they're too scared to get, if they decide to think differently, because they're so stupid, and they're scared that if they do think, that if they try to think any little differently, they're going to get kicked out of the little club that they're in. And those are the people y'all look up to. Stupid, ignorant, selfish, greedy fucks. Those are the people y'all keep looking up to. Hey, but what the fuck do I know? I'm a nobody from nowhere.